Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Kimberly Broderick. It's now time for Frontline Business. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ made its third intervention in the foreign exchange market Wednesday to prevent volatility. The central bank announced another flash sale operation with an additional $20 million dispersed to authorized dealers and cambios. This followed a $30 million auction on Friday and a similar amount on Monday. On Monday, Bank of Jamaica Governor Brian Winter explained that the demand for more US dollars is not necessarily a bad thing.
There's been a significant slippage in the exchange rate and a sharp increase in up and down movements during the last few weeks. Since the start of the year, there have been higher levels of demand for US dollars coming from large capital market transactions. Now, I need to point out that these types of capital market transactions are in fact a good sign for the economy. Why are they a good sign? They're only occurring because the economy is improving.
Kingston Wharves is launching an initiative to enhance the development of local logistics and port management sector. Codian Barrett tells us the details.
The initiative, which will be derived by data, is being done in collaboration with the Caribbean Maritime University and the Ministry of Education.
We can predict when they're going to fail and how to provide better uptime. So it's about logistics cut across all areas, from the planning to the strategic level to the minute details about how can you improve the operation, save money, and bring greater value. The whole market has gotten so complex. It's not about making goods and shipping it to the final consumer, but the final consumer is in a mass customized market. How can you deliver 1,000 products differently to 1,000 people? That's a challenge. That's the opportunity. And this is what Kingston Wharves is doing, and this is what we want through research, applied research, to help them to do better.
And while the industry charts a path led by research, there are still obstacles to overcome.
We have certain hurdles when you talk about structurally, because as a country we're divided into ministries, and this is how we tend to see processes. But from the international perspective, they want to see flow in and out. Nobody's interested which ministry you have to go to get the biggest stamp. These are some of the things that are changing. We have passed some legislation, we have made some strides. Of course, we still have a lot of work to do.
Codian Barrett, Frontline Business.
Lasco Distributors saw an increase in sales across its pharmaceutical and consumer lines for the 9 months ended December 31. They received a net profit of $621 million. This was a 16% increase over the previous year. Revenue for the company also rose by 9% to $13.3 billion. The company attributed its financial performance to success in its key areas, including increased distribution of liquid, powered beverages, and new products to the pharmaceutical market. Lasco Distributors also announced that it has repaid the $507 million loan which it borrowed from warehouse expansion. A balance of $193 million currently remains. During the 9 months, Lasco Distributors increased its inventories by 0.9% over the prior year to close at $2.5 billion in order to meet market demands. Germany's anti-monopoly regulator has ordered Facebook not to combine user data from its WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook apps without consent. This follows a major 3-year investigation into potentially anti-competitive actions. The Federal Cartel Office announced on Thursday that it would be giving the technology company 12 months to change its data policies. Once the ruling comes into force, Facebook will need voluntary consent from users before it can combine data from WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, known internally as the Blue app, to distinguish it from the wider company. The president of the office, Andreas Mundt, said, quote, "We are carrying out what can be seen as an internal divestiture of Facebook's data. In future, Facebook will no longer be allowed to force its users to agree to the practically unrestricted collection and assigning of non-Facebook data to their Facebook user accounts. The company will also be forced to stop linking data collected from third-party websites using technologies such as the Facebook tracking pixel unless users again give voluntary consent." In Thursday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by 1,042 points to close at 375,469. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 56 stocks, of which 23 advanced, 27 declined, and 6 traded firm. The junior market index declined by 18 points to close at 3,156. Stocks advanced for 138 Student Living, 1834 Investments, Carreras Limited, Elite Diagnostic, and Everything Fresh. Stocks declined for AMG Packaging and Paper, Barita Investments, Blue Power Group, Cargo Handlers, and Caribbean Cement. Trading firm were CAC 2000, Caribbean Producers, Derrimont Trading, JMMB Group, and Proven Investments. JMMB Group was the volume leader with over 2 million units, followed by Jamaica Broilers with 1.5 million units, and Wisynco Group with 589,188 units. News in oil. Oil fell on Thursday after data showing a rise in U.S. inventories weighed on sentiment already rattled by the global economy, though prices were buoyed by the prospect that supply could fall short of global demand. Brent crude futures were last down 50 cents or 0.8 at $62.19 a barrel. U.S. crude futures were down 75 cents or 1.39% at $53.26. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Kimberly Broderick. Regional stories are up next after the break.